Neal Adams, the legendary comic book artist who reinvigorated Batman and other superheroes with his photorealistic styles and championed creators' rights, has died. He was 80 years old. Adams rocked the comic book world in the late 1960s and early 70s, with his bracing, edgy approach to heroes, first in DC with a character named Deadman, then in Marvel with the X-Men and the Avengers, then back to DC with its most enduring influence, Batman. During his Batman run, Adams and writer Dennis O'Neil brought a revolutionary change to heroes and comics, bringing realism, kinetics and a sense of menace to their storytelling following the 60s ABC series. He created new villains for the Rogues Gallery, the Man-Bat and Ra's al Ghul, as well as the latter's daughter, Talia, who became Batman's lover. The father and daughter, played by Liam Neeson and Marion Cotillard, were key characters in the Batman film trilogy directed by Christopher Nolan. The Batman run also revived some villains who had gone stale. Neither did the Joker, who became less comedic and more the murderous maniac that modern readers and moviegoers know and love, truly taking his place as the archenemy of the Caped Crusader. "We decided Joker was just a little crazy," Adams told Abraham Reisman for a 2019 Vulture article that explained that without that classic story, 1973's The Joker's five-way revenge in Batman number 251, comics such as The Killing Jokes and portrayals of Jack Nicholson, Heath Ledger and Joaquin Phoenix wouldn't exist. "It was no secret that we did Batman well," Adams said during a panel at San Diego Comic-Con in 2010. It was at this creative height in the mid-70s that Adams quit drawing for the Big Two, as DC and Marvel were known, and started Continuity Studios, an artist studio that produced comics, art, and music. The comics division created independent characters such as Bucky O'Hare and Ms. He acted as a mentor to Bill Sienkiewicz, who would draw an influential series of Moon Knight and New Mutants, and Frank Miller, who would go on to reinvent Batman himself with The Dark Knight Returns. Adams, in a statement to THR, along with Stan Lee, he formed the Academy of Comic Arts, hoping to create a syndicate that would fight for benefits and ownership on behalf of writers and artists. As detailed in Reisman Lee's 2021 biography True Believer, Adams sent a copy of the contract, scribbling at the top, "Don't sign this contract, you'll sign your life." While it caused a ruckus and a wake-up call, the effort didn't have the intended effect, as Marvel flexed its muscles and threatened anyone who tried to unionize with an indie well in the process. He helped change the practice of comic book publishers of keeping artists' original artwork or even shredding it and throwing it away, prompting companies to establish artwork return policies, which gave artists a second source of income. When he learned of their plight, a push factor was hearing they couldn't attend a Broadway musical starring the Man of Steel. He led a lobbying effort that eventually led to greater recognition for the couple, a brand of creators in comics and other media that continues to this day, plus a pension. Adams was born in New York City on June 15, 1941, and attended the School of Industrial Art in Manhattan. He set his sights on comic books early on, and as he continued to be shunned by DC in the late 50s, he did humorous gags for Archie Comics. At the end of the decade, he finally landed in DC, doing first covers, then backup stories, then finally main stories. During Batman's heyday, when Adams was blowing readers' socks off every month, he was also causing a stir in DC offices with his art. At that time, if the work came in early enough, it would sit in flat files in production for maybe 3 or 4 weeks before someone picked it up and fixed the lettering, the editor recalls. Comic-Con panel. He would become known in the comics industry as one of the creator's most influential people of all time and a champion of social and creative rights. We extend our condolences to his family and friends.